FBC Firebreak is a three-player cooperative first-person shooter set within the mysterious Federal Bureau of Control. In this game, you and two other players take on the role of Firebreak unit members, tasked with restoring order amidst a prolonged siege by otherworldly forces invading the FBC headquarters. The story of FBC Firebreak takes place in the same mysterious world as Control, where the oldest house, the headquarters of the Federal Bureau of Control, is once again thrown into chaos. This time, an unexpected and bizarre threat has taken over, endlessly replicating sticky notes. But that's just the beginning, as the dangerous hiss has also returned to make things even worse. As members of the Firebreak Unit, a specialized rapid response team of the FBC, your mission is to regain control of the situation.
Last containment doors open! Go! Go!
I think I heard something.
The story of Metal Eden takes place in a dark, cyberpunk, and futuristic world, where humans have abandoned their physical bodies and transferred their consciousness into advanced robots. This transcendence of consciousness, initially seen as a solution for immortality and freedom from human limitations, has now turned into a technological nightmare. After this major change, the world has become a battlefield rather than a digital paradise. Powerful corporations and cyber groups have taken control of people's minds, and rogue robot armies have emerged with their own agendas. In this game, you play as a cyber soldier born into this war-torn world. Your mission is to stop the rogue robots and restore balance to the world.
We are standing on the edge looking towards the unknown. See you on the other side.
AI Limit is an anime-inspired action Souls-like game developed by Sense Games Studio. The story of AI Limit takes place in a dark, apocalyptic world, where humanity is on the brink of complete destruction. The game follows the journey of Arisa, an immortal blader who never dies. Arisa is in search of the truth about her true nature and origin, as she has no memory of her past and seeks to uncover the truth in a world falling apart. Throughout the game, Arisa faces dangerous enemies and massive creatures, all of which are connected to the world's destruction and her own existence. The intense and challenging combat forces the player to utilize all of their abilities and skills to defeat these foes. Alongside the combat, Arisa must navigate the ruins of a city filled with hidden secrets to uncover the truth behind this collapsing world.
The sphere is now open to you. Go. Achieve what you desire.
Chronos. The New Dawn tells a dark and complex story set in a post-apocalyptic world. You play as a traveler from a mysterious organization called the Collective, an entity striving to save the world from annihilation using time travel technology. The story begins after a catastrophic event known as the Change has brought the world to the brink of destruction, leaving the remnants of humanity in a desolate, ruined landscape. Your mission is to explore these devastated environments, locate temporal rifts, and travel back to 1980s Poland. Using a powerful device called the Harvester, you must extract the essence of individuals who perished during the Change so they can join you in the future. Along the way, you'll encounter terrifying creatures known as orphans, twisted remnants of humans, transformed into deadly monsters over time. To survive, you must battle these nightmarish foes while managing limited resources. Dark Mass is a psychological survival horror game set in a sunken manor deep underwater. In Dark Mass, you play as Alice, a deep-sea explorer, accompanied by your brother Reed as you investigate a long-forgotten wreck. However, beneath this wreck lies an ancient and mysterious manor, untouched by time, harboring a dark curse rooted in sinister rituals and dark secrets. You must explore the eerie and terrifying environments of the manor, solve complex ritualistic puzzles, and face horrifying creatures. The choices you make throughout the game will shape the story and determine your fate, so stay alert. Dark Mass delivers a tense and immersive experience, evoking fear of the unknown and suffocating dread.
What was that? I think I'm not alone down here.
I formed my throne.
Destiny 2. Heresy is a new episode of Destiny 2 that adds new stories and more powerful threats to the game's world. This chapter pits you against new enemies and dark powers, offering exciting and challenging missions. In this episode, you'll need to use a combination of light and darkness to defeat a major threat, adding more depth to the Destiny 2 universe. As always, the game offers an engaging first-person shooter experience with fast-paced and addictive gameplay. You can dive into thrilling and challenging missions solo or alongside your friends. New abilities, unique weapons, and even more dangerous foes make this episode one of the most exciting and challenging parts of Destiny 2. The game is a must-play for fans of the franchise, offering an exciting experience for those who love FPS, action, and sci-fi stories.
My throne, the High Heresy, formed in opposition to the Hive. Here I am Heresiarch. Here I am Jane. For my throne will be Oryx's prison.
Industria 2 is a narrative-driven first-person shooter and adventure game where you play as Nora, a woman stranded in a parallel dimension. The game is set in a mysterious, snow-covered world that has been consumed by a relentless and ever-growing artificial intelligence. As Nora, your goal is to navigate this hostile environment and fight your way through dangerous robots while uncovering the truth behind the AI's dark influence. As you explore the desolate landscape, you unravel the secrets of the AI's origins and its role in the collapse of this world. Along the way, Nora must confront the sinister forces at play and ultimately find a way to return home to East Berlin in 1989. The game's story delves deep into themes of isolation, survival, and the consequences of unchecked technological power.
We're in one piece. Deal. Nora, what was Atlas made for in the first place? Before it became this?
It was a sorting algorithm, meant to scrape the universe base layer for data. I mean, we're talking hundreds of thousands of dimensions.
I guess it didn't stay that way.
Oh no.
Painkiller makes its explosive return, bringing even bloodier and more brutal action than before. In this latest installment, players will team up in co-op mode to fight through relentless waves of demonic enemies. Armed with devastating weaponry designed to tear through the underworld, you and your friends must stand strong against the forces of evil. The game promises intense, high-paced action, where you must work together to survive and defeat terrifying enemies in an unforgiving world. Section 13 is a survival horror game with first-person shooter elements that takes you to a dangerous underground research lab. This lab, once a hub of advanced scientific research, is now overrun by deadly creatures and the consequences of failed experiments. You must explore its dark and terrifying environments, face mutated beings, and uncover the dark secrets behind the lab's downfall. In this game, You'll gather intel, discover hidden mysteries, and fight against lethal threats while trying to survive.
Central, this is Dispatch. Do we have any more agents on standby?
Honestly.
The Alters is a sci-fi adventure and survival game where you play as Jan, a character who, after crash landing on a hostile planet under a blazing sun, must survive in a high-tech mobile base designed for a larger crew, though he is alone. The story takes a twist when Jan discovers Rapedium, a resource that, when paired with a quantum computer, allows him to create alters, alternate versions of himself, based on changes to pivotal decisions from his past. The alters are not just tools, they are unique individuals with their own skills, emotions, and motivations. While essential for keeping the base functional, crafting tools, and mining resources, their differing personalities can cause tension. Despite their differences, they share a common goal: survive, escape, and rely only on themselves.
Yeah, screw this! I'm leaving! Oh, wait! There's a magnetic storm outside!
The first Berserker Kazan is an action RPG set in the DNF universe. In this game, you play as Kazan, a legendary general who is falsely accused of treason and exiled. After surviving an attempt on his life, Kazan makes a pact with a mysterious being called the Blade Phantom, granting him supernatural powers. As Kazan, your journey revolves around seeking revenge, uncovering the truth behind the betrayal that led to your exile, and battling through various challenges. The game has a distinct anime-inspired 3D cel-shaded visual style that brings the world of Arad to life, along with detailed character and world design.
This is how our...
All Will Fall is a physics-based survival city-building game set in a post-apocalyptic world where the harsh waters below threaten your colony. Developed by All Parts Connected and published by TinyBuild, the game revolves around constructing a vertical city to protect your people from the dangers of the ocean. In All Will Fall, you'll need to master the 3D construction system to build stable structures that can withstand the elements. As you gather resources and explore the surrounding ocean, you'll have to make critical decisions to ensure the survival of your colony. The game emphasizes city management, where you control various groups of workers, each with their own specialized skills. All Will Fall will be available for PC in 2025, with a demo currently available to try.
Catastrophe. But we will rebuild. We survived worse. Now, it's your turn to lead us. Will you be a savior or a tyrant? Bring prosperity to the last bastion of humanity.
Mandragora is a dark fantasy action RPG set in a post-apocalyptic world called Failduum. In this game, you play as an Inquisitor, battling against terrifying creatures and the corruption known as entropy. In this game, players dive into a hand-painted 2.5D world where a dark fantasy adventure unfolds. Set in a realm plagued by mysterious force, the story follows a protagonist who must uncover the secrets of the witch tree and its eerie whispers. As the protagonist battles against dark forces and ancient curses, they seek to restore balance to the land and unravel the grim history that binds the witch tree to the world.
Inquisitor. A word in private.
Overtime Anomaly is a psychological horror game set in a soulless 1980s corporate office. You play as an employee who is forced to work late-night overtime, but gradually realize that the office hides more secrets than you initially knew. As time passes and you continue working, everything around you starts to feel strange and threatening. You begin uncovering mysteries that surround the office, from eerie noises to unsettling signs that shatter your sense of reality. The story unfolds as you explore, and you must escape the complex and nerve-wracking spaces of the office while uncovering the hidden secrets within. Syntopia is a blend of builder and god game set in a hellish world inspired by 1980s pop culture. In this game, you play as the manager of hell, tasked with managing and punishing the sinful souls of the afterlife. The game is divided into two distinct parts. 1. Overworld. In this section, you observe a civilization of tiny creatures called chickpea people. Unaware of the consequences, they commit sins and condemn themselves to hell. Their mistakes and wrongdoings lead to their souls being sent to the afterlife. Second gel. In hell, you act as a god who punishes sinful souls, gathers various resources for advancement, and uses those resources to build your hellish empire. One of the intriguing aspects of the game is how you interact with the sins of the chickpea people and the punishments you impose on them.